The ancient seven wonders of the world. What links the Great Wall of China and the pyramids of Egypt? Both are wonders of the world, man-made projects that stretch the tools, math, and organization of their time. The pyramids belong to the ancient seven. The Great Wall is on the new seven. In this episode, we'll cover the ancient seven, what it might cost to build today. All the wonders of the world are man-made works that combine four things: scale, skill story, and staying power. They push the technology of their time, display exceptional craft or engineering, carry enduring cultural meaning, and survive long enough, physically or in collective memory, to inspire across generations. This is the story of the seven wonders of the world. Let's start where the tradition began, Hellenistic writers listing the greatest works they knew. The Ancient Seven. 1. The Great Pyramid of Giza, Egypt. The oldest and only surviving ancient wonder, built as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu around 2580 to 2560 BC. Standing originally at 146.5 meters, 481 feet, it remained the world's tallest human-made structure for nearly 4,000 years. The engineering precision is staggering. The pyramid contains approximately 2.3 million limestone blocks, each weighing 2.5 to 15 tons. The base is nearly perfectly level, with a margin of error of just 2.1 centimeters across its 230-meter span. The sides align almost exactly with the cardinal directions. Built without modern machinery, wheels, or iron tools, it represents the pinnacle of Old Kingdom Egyptian engineering and organizational capability. The Great Pyramid of Giza took approximately 25 years, with estimates suggesting a workforce of 25,000 workers. The modern cost equivalent is around $5 to $10 billion, and that's before politics, permits, or tourism infrastructure. This accounts for quarrying, transporting, precision finishing, today's safety and environmental rules, and precisely placing millions of limestone blocks using period-appropriate methods, plus the massive organizational infrastructure required. Modern construction using contemporary techniques would be far cheaper, but replicating ancient methods would be extraordinarily expensive. 2. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon is allegedly a remarkable terraced garden structure built in ancient Babylon, near present-day Hilla, Iraq, supposedly constructed around 600 BCE by King Nebuchadnezzar II for his wife Amy Is, who missed the green mountains of her homeland. According to historical facts, it is described as an ascending series of tiered gardens containing a wide variety of trees, shrubs, and vines, resembling a large green mountain constructed of mud bricks. The most impressive feature was supposedly an advanced irrigation system that lifted water from the Euphrates River to the top terraces, a remarkable engineering feat for the era. The gardens would have been a striking contrast to the arid Mesopotamian plains. The duration of construction is not exactly known, but it is estimated to be around 10 to 20 years. In modern-day estimation, it'll cost around $500 million to $1 billion. This includes the structural engineering for terraced platforms, advanced irrigation and waterproofing systems, soil importation, and extensive plantings. However, there's significant academic debate about whether these gardens existed at all. No definitive archaeological evidence has been found, and some scholars suggest they may have been in Nineveh rather than Babylon, or maybe a mythical conflation of several Mesopotamian gardens. 3. The Statue of Zeus at Olympia, Greece. This is a massive seated figure of the Greek god Zeus, created by the sculptor Phidias around 435 BC. It stood approximately 12 meters, 40 feet, tall in the Temple of Zeus at Olympia, Greece, the site of the original Olympic Games. This chryselephantine statue, made from ivory and gold plates over a wooden framework, was considered the most perfect representation of the king of the gods. Ancient visitors described feeling genuine religious awe in its presence. The craftsmanship was extraordinary as Zeus' skin was rendered in carved ivory, his robes in hammered gold, and his throne was decorated with ebony, ivory, gold, and precious stones. The statue's face alone was said to be so perfectly rendered that it could move viewers to tears. The construction time took around 8 to 12 years for Phidias and his workshop to complete. The modern cost equivalent will be around $200 to $500 million. The cost of precious materials alone would be astronomical because of the hundreds of kilograms of gold and massive quantities of ivory used in the construction, though modern reproductions would use ethical alternatives. The master craftsmanship required to replicate Phidias's work would command premium prices. The statue was destroyed, likely in the 5th century CE, either by fire or when taken to Constantinople. 4. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, Turkey. The Temple of Artemis, also known as Artemision or the Temple of Diana, is a magnificent Greek temple dedicated to the goddess Artemis, located in Ephesus, near modern-day Selçuk, Turkey. The temple stood as a remarkable testament to the ancient world's architectural prowess and religious devotion. Dedicated to the goddess Artemis, it represented a local form of the deity, later identified with the Roman goddess Diana. The most famous version was built around 550 BCE, though the temple was rebuilt multiple times. It was one of the largest temples of the ancient world, measuring roughly 115 meters long and 55 meters wide. The temple featured 127 marble columns, each standing 18 meters, 60 feet. The scale was unprecedented, and the artistic decoration was extraordinary. Sculptures by the finest Greek artists adorned the structure. The temple served not just as a religious center, but as a marketplace and gathering place. Its architectural influence spread throughout the Greek and Roman worlds. The saying, "robbing Peter to pay Paul," has roots in the temple's reconstruction efforts, which required centuries and immense resources. The construction took about 120 years for the most famous version, started around 550 BCE, though various versions were built, destroyed, and rebuilt over several centuries. Currently, it'll take around $2 to $5 billion to build something of such architectural masterpiece. The cost reflects the massive scale, the intricate marble work, the numerous large columns, elaborate sculptural decoration, and the extended construction timeline. The temple was ultimately destroyed by a mob in 401 CE, and its materials were repurposed for other buildings. 5. The Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, Turkey. The Mausoleum at Halicarnassus is an elaborate tomb built between 353 and 350 BCE for Mausolus, a satrap, governor, of the Persian Empire, and his wife Artemisia II. It is located in Halicarnassus, modern-day Bodrum, Turkey, and it stood approximately 45 meters, 148 feet, high. This structure pioneered a new architectural form, the monumental tomb, and was so influential that Mausolus's name became the source of the word mausoleum. The building combined Greek, Egyptian, and Lycian architectural elements. It featured a rectangular base, 36 columns, a stepped pyramid roof, and was crowned with a 4-horse chariot sculpture. The structure was adorned with sculptural reliefs created by 4 renowned Greek sculptors, each responsible for one side. It represented the perfect fusion of Eastern and Western architectural traditions. Constructing the structure took around 3 to 5 years, though some finishing work may have continued after Mausolus's death. Currently, it'll cost between $500 million and $1 billion to recreate something of that standard. This accounts for the elaborate stonework, the column structure, the pyramid roof, and especially the extensive sculptural decoration by master artisans. The building stood largely intact until the 15th century, when it was gradually dismantled by crusaders who used its stones to fortify Bodrum Castle. 6. The Colossus of Rhodes, Greece. This is a massive bronze statue of the sun god Helios, erected on the Greek island of Rhodes around 280 BC. Standing approximately 33 meters, 108 feet, tall, it was one of the tallest statues of the ancient world. The Colossus of Rhodes was built to celebrate Rhodes's victory over an invading army. The Colossus was an engineering marvel. Contrary to popular depiction, it likely didn't straddle the harbor entrance. This would have been structurally impossible, but stood on a promontory or near the harbor. The statue required approximately 15 tons of bronze and 9 tons of iron for its internal framework. The construction technique, Building the statue from the ground up, adding earth around it as it rose, then removing the earth mound afterwards was innovative. It stood as a symbol of freedom and resilience. It took approximately 12 years, 292 to 280 BCE, and the construction was led by the sculptor Chairs of Lindos. Construction of the Colossus of Rhodes will cost around $300 to $800 million in modern day. This is as a result of the massive amount of bronze required, the complex internal support structure, and the specialized engineering needed to create a freestanding statue of such height. Tragically, the Colossus stood for only 54 years before being toppled by an earthquake in 226 BC. The broken pieces remained on the ground for over 800 years, and ancient visitors would travel to see even the ruins until they were finally sold for scrap in 654 CE. 7. The Lighthouse of Alexandria, Pharos, Egypt. This monumental lighthouse was built on the island of Pharos in Alexandria, Egypt, around 280 BC during the reign of Ptolemy II. Standing between 100 to 130 meters, 330 to 430 feet tall, it was one of the tallest structures in the ancient world for centuries. This was the world's first true lighthouse and remained the tallest lighthouse ever built until the 20th century. The three-tiered structure, square base, octagonal middle section, cylindrical top, pioneered architectural forms. At the summit, a fire burned continuously, and a polished bronze mirror reflected its light, allegedly visible for 35 miles at sea. The lighthouse served not just as a navigational aid, but as a symbol of Ptolemaic power and Hellenistic achievement. It was also a feat of earthquake-resistant engineering, having survived numerous tremors over 1,500 years. The construction time took approximately 20 to 40 years and was reported to be completed around 280 to 247 BC. The modern cost equivalent of the Lighthouse of Alexandria is about $1 to $3 billion. The height, the sophisticated foundation required to build on a coastal island, the three-tiered structure with different geometries, the mirror mechanism, and the fire management system all contribute to this estimate. The lighthouse survived until a series of earthquakes between the 10th and 14th centuries gradually destroyed it. Some of its blocks were later incorporated into the Citadel of Cape Bay, built on the same location in the 15th century. Summary overview of the ancient wonders of the world. These 7 wonders represented the pinnacle of ancient achievement across different civilizations: Egyptian engineering, pyramid, lighthouse, Greek artistry and architecture, Zeus, Artemis, Colossus, Persian Greek fusion, mausoleum, and possibly Mesopotamian horticultural engineering, hanging gardens. Only the Great Pyramid survives today. The others were destroyed by earthquakes, fires, or deliberate demolition between the 3rd and 15th centuries CE. Together, they would cost an estimated $10 to $23 billion to reconstruct using historically accurate methods, a testament to the extraordinary resources ancient civilizations devoted to creating structures meant to inspire awe for all time. In a follow-up video, we'll do the same for the new 7. This will give us an overview of the evolution the world is experiencing in terms of technology and architectural prowess. Considering the details of the ancient 7 and the details of the new 7, which do you think stands out in terms of engineering achievement, cultural significance, and aesthetics? We'll love to hear from you in the comments section. Kindly like and subscribe to get more information around the world from Bridge Africa.